When are you going to your next diner?
Probably tomorrow.
Is Saturday the day?
Every day is a diner day. I mean, another day, another diner. That's what it all stemmed from. When I first started, I was hitting, and I'm not exaggerating, 4 to 5 diners a week.
Wow.
It was compromising my health.
What has been the most exciting part of this journey for you?
That's an easy answer for me. It's the engagement with the people. I'm able to go out into these communities and into the diners, and people recognize me now, and they come up and they thank me, and they're excited that somebody's supporting their favorite diner. It's just the engagement with the people. If you watch my reviews, I don't talk about food a whole lot. I touch on the food a little bit. I try to make it more about the story of the diner, the aesthetic, and the people in there.
Welcome to The Good Stuff by Brightsided. News without the gloom from the Capital Region and beyond.
How long ago did you start Another Day, Another Diner?
In May of 2025 was the first time I launched a video.
Another day, another diner. We're in St. Petersburg, Florida. We're in Burlington, Vermont. We're at Hot Dog Charlie's. We're at the most requested diner of all time, Silo, in Queensbury, New York.
I've been going to diners since I was a kid.
Yes.
And the idea came to me probably a year before that.
What was going through your mind like when that first video published?
You know, I post and ghost. So I just put it out there and then I swipe out of the app and I don't go on it for like a day.
Okay.
And I was just kind of putting it out. I figured it'd be funny. It'd be cool, make my friends and family laugh, and it'd just be like a fun little side project.
And when did it go from being a side project to, holy crap, I think I need a product to sell?
So the second video did close to 1 million views. The third one, the fourth, the fifth were all consistently a lot of views. And at that point, I was like, I think I'm going to have to double down on this. Yeah. So probably by the fifth or sixth video, I had realized that I had struck a chord.
And now it's not even been a year. You have 34,000 followers on TikTok, about 18,000 on Instagram, and you're blowing up your YouTube channel. Like, you're in the process.
Yep. We also got around 13K on Facebook too.
Dang.
Facebook, there are a lot of diner enthusiasts on Facebook.
There used to be a diner in downtown Saratoga called Saratoga Diner.
I've heard of this.
And it's gone now. And it's so, so sad.
And that's what I'm trying to prevent. I was going to these diners and there were it was kind of an older crowd or there were a lot of tables empty.
Yeah.
And I had realized that I'm like, these diners, which are unique to American culture, are dying out. It's a dying breed. And I want to prevent them from closing. Like, let's see if we can get a little bit more attention into these local mom and pop shops.
Yeah. Now you know where the best omelets are. You know the best hash. You know the best pancakes, probably.
Yep.
If any parents are watching, what is the best diner to go to with a child?
Ooh, that's a good question. Most diners are pretty family friendly. You're going to want a booth or a table for a kid, I'd imagine. I don't have any kids, but I'd imagine you don't want them sitting at the countertop, right?
Well, I guess it depends. You don't want them near an open cup of hot coffee.
Okay.
But
that's...
if they're being served a piece of pie.
I think Country Corner Cafe in Saratoga.
I don't know if that counts as a diner.
Really?
Yeah. To me, that's very much a restaurant.
That's interesting that you say that. The countertop seating on the left side of the building would generally constitute as a diner.
You've said that, but there are other places there are countertop seating, like Sweet Mimi's. That I know you don't think is a diner.
Sweet Mimi's is a classy restaurant. That is an upscale. That is an upscale, classy restaurant. I don't know if that's a diner. Diners have to be a little, fast moving, high pace.
Yeah. I really enjoyed you. You were doing some man on the street interviews, and someone was like, "I love Denny's." Denny's to me feels like a diner. But
Denny's, Waffle House, these are chain diners.
Chain diners.
They do exist. I can't say I promote them typically. Maybe I have done I've been to a Waffle House, but it's a chain. It's not like the local spots.
Exactly. It's not the same. My dad, who just dropped off some of this coffee, is a diner enthusiast as well. And I was like, Dad, where should he go? And he also said Blue Ribbon Cafe.
Blue Ribbon's a place I've
Yes.
never been to.
Yes.
I've never been. And I keep hearing about Blue Ribbon. Capital City Diner is a popular one too. I actually just went there.
Yeah. Did you like it?
I loved it. Yeah, I interviewed Aljamain Sterling, the UFC champion.
That is right.
Which was a really big deal for the channel. Good exposure for the diner too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's still so many diners in the capital region that I've yet to go to.
When are you going to your next diner?
Probably tomorrow.
Is Saturday the day?
Every day is a diner day. I mean, another day, another diner. That's what it all stemmed from. When I first started, I was hitting, and I'm not exaggerating, 4 to 5 diners a week.
Wow.
It was compromising my health for a period of time.
Really? Do you call ahead to ask for permission to record your content, or do you just show up and be like, this is what we're doing?
Generally, I just show up unannounced. Sometimes I'll call ahead if I have like a guest on, but no, generally I just show up. And I try to get the real experience. That's a part of the whole thing is you don't want to be treated special or anything. You just want however they would treat anyone else.
Yeah. So it's so interesting to me because my background's in TV news, and there are all of these rules that we had to follow anytime that we recorded anywhere. Like we needed permission, we needed contracts. The way storytelling has evolved so much in the past 10 years is mind-boggling to me, but also very expected because you are giving the audience what they want, and oftentimes journalists are giving them what they need.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%. Those are two
Yeah.
totally different things. Like
Yes.
wanting and needing information are very different. I also think we're in a unique time too, where both short form content, 30 seconds, 45 seconds are popular, and so is long form content, 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And we're kind of in a unique place, I think, from a consumption standpoint of a lot of the people on social media. They consume both short form and long form, and they like both. And I think that's actually unique to the last 3 or 4 years.
You are kind of what they call a bit of a unicorn with the content growth. It hasn't been a year yet, and your content is becoming a business on its own. You have a new product that we're going to try in just a little bit. You and I, when we met, we're talking about like you had a brand strategy. You came to this informed with what could potentially become something. So what do you think a listener is looking for between long form and short form?
Yeah, I think the big difference between long form and short form content is that long form can offer authenticity that short form content often cannot. It's hard to be authentic and genuine in just 15 or 30 seconds. But if you allow someone even 2 minutes to 5 minutes or more, it provides them the opportunity to share a message, to walk you through a story, and ultimately show their true beliefs. And that's not offered in short form content. And I think that's why people are oftentimes drawn to longer form content, even like this. It's cool to capture the nostalgia. If you look at my videos, a lot of them aren't well edited or professionally done. It's just me and my phone, and I'm kind of just capturing what I see in the diner. And I think that's why it hits home for a lot of people. Is it's nothing fake and it's not fancy either, but that's kind of the beauty of it.
I agree. And what has been your feedback from these diners that you've been showcasing?
Oh, it's been awesome. We've had a ton of positive feedback, not only from the viewers, but then diners reaching out saying, like, you've had such a positive impact on the business. And we've seen such an influx in people coming in and visiting us for the first time because they saw your video, which is insane to think about. Because when I started this, it was just to do it for fun with the hope that I'd have some sort of influence. To be at the point where I can actually really positively influence a diner's bottom line it's unreal. And I'm grateful for it.
You and I were talking about compadres.
Yeah.
Which
I love that place. I love that. I was there 2 days ago.
What is it about compadres that you love so much?
It's a Mexican-American diner. I love Mexican food. So you can have all of like the Mexican breakfast, but then you can also have the classic American breakfast too. Cheap food, quick to the table, good service, hot coffee. It's like everything you'd want. There's no countertop in compadres.
Ooh.
I know we're getting into the weeds a little bit here.
I know. I feel like there could be a debate over like what does and doesn't make a diner. But what is your definition?
I think a diner typically has to have countertop seating, table service that's relatively quick, cheap food, less than $20, I think, for a meal, and refillable coffee, which was, you had mentioned that idea. I think refillable coffee does fall under the umbrella of what a diner is.
So what has been the most exciting part of this journey for you?
That's an easy answer for me. It's the engagement with the people. I'm able to go out into these communities and into the diners, and people recognize me now, and they come up and they thank me, and they're excited that somebody's supporting their favorite diner. And even if it's just talking with the staff about how long they've been around, their family that owns it, what's the story behind the diner. It's just the engagement with the people. If you watch my reviews, I don't talk about food a whole lot. I touch on the food a little bit. I try to make it more about the story of the diner, the aesthetic, and the people in there. So by far, that's the best part about this whole process, is doing stuff like this and being involved in the community and working with people.
You know something that we love here at The Good Stuff? It is a leadership development program. And not just any leadership development program, a leadership development program specifically for girls. That's why I am so proud to share that Girls Inc. of the Greater Capital Region is one of the sponsors of The Good Stuff. Girls Inc. of the Greater Capital Region started in 1937. And since then, they have been empowering girls to reach their full potential, providing mentorship and life-changing opportunities for girls in Albany, Schenectady, Troy, especially girls that face real barriers like bias, trauma, and girls who have limited access to opportunity. From STEM-focused after-school programs to college and career pathways like the Eureka program, Girls Inc. is preparing girls not just to succeed, but to lead. And here's something we love. 83 cents of every dollar goes directly to programming, creating impact where it matters most, because when girls rise, communities rise. To learn more, to support their mission, or to get involved, head to girlsinccapitalregion.org. That's girlsinccapitalregion.org. When did you go to your first diner?
Oh, my first diner was actually called Henry's Diner. It was on 5th Ave in Lansingburg in North Troy. Classic diner, countertop seating, tables on the side. Like, you could see them cooking right there. They closed down years ago, but I was probably 4 or 5 years old. My dad would take me there.
Do you feel like diners for you are part of like your core memories of like childhood and happiness?
100%. Going to a diner with my dad, and then also with my mom and dad and brother too as a kid, and family and friends. And even in high school, after like our baseball games, you know, the team would go to Don and Paul's in Waterford, and we'd hang out, we'd eat some food, and they had a pool table in the back. We'd shoot some pool. And I think it's unique to American culture. I don't think you get that dining experience in any other form of restaurant where it's more casual, but you can also get really good food for cheap. You can take your time. So it's absolutely a part of my childhood and adulthood, evidently.
Very much so.
More so adulthood than childhood now.
Yeah. So what is a day in your life like these days?
Yeah, well, I still have a day job. So I work pretty hard doing that. I travel for my day job. And then I hit the diners, and I exercise regularly too. And I attend Grace Fellowship, and then hanging out with friends and enjoying the great upstate. I spent 4 years in the state of Florida, and I think I actually developed an appreciation for upstate New York and for diners when I was in Florida.
Why?
Because the capital region has things that other places in this country do not. You can have the mountains, you can have the lakes, you can have local breweries, you can have high-end restaurants. You can go to the track and bet on some horses. And then you can also go to the Egg in Albany and see a live comedy show. There's so many different things that you can do in the Northeast, specifically the capital region, that don't exist in other states.
Before I moved back here, so I'm from here as well, we lived in Los Angeles, and that's where I had both my babies. We were like, do we stay here? Do we raise our family in LA? And I just was like, you know what? I feel like I want my kids to have to shovel the driveway just to go to school. Like,
Upstate grit.
Yeah, I think I want them to have to work to go to work, because I think it develops this swagger when it's not easy for you, but it's just what's typical. It's reality. It's normal. When I was like, when I'm raising kids, I really want them to have the diversity of life experience of the seasons. If they have to work, and that's just their normalcy, like that's their childhood and they enjoy it, then they can go anywhere in the world and be okay.
Absolutely. And it's hard to appreciate a place like California if you've grown up there.
Yeah.
Where if you grew up in New York, you go to California or Florida, you're like, wow, this is incredible because, we have long winters here. There is something about cold weather that thickens your skin.
Mm.
Like people in the Northeast, I think, are a little tougher for a good reason because they have to deal with these tumultuous winters that we have.
Yeah. Well, before we talk about Big Black Coffee, I just think it's important, especially for any kids who might be watching with their families, when they look at someone and they're like, wow, he does something so cool. He goes out every day and gets to meet fun people, eat delicious food, and then people recognize him. He's a celebrity. He's so cool. Look, he's interviewing this MMA guy. They probably will see you and be like, wow, how do I do that? You were telling me about you were feeling some self-sabotage.
Yeah. Self-sabotage, imposter syndrome. I think once you start having success in anything, whether it be sports, your job, your career, maybe in school, and you almost surprise yourself with the kind of success that you've had, it's easy for you to not think that you should have achieved it, and therefore you stop trying to achieve it. And that's what imposter syndrome ultimately is. And then you self-sabotage. You say, you know what, there's this opportunity here, and I'm really anxious about it, and I'm really nervous about it. But if I don't even try, then I can't fail. Like you can't fail a test you don't take. So then you stop challenging yourself. You stop taking those tests. And that's obviously a downward spiral into a life that you probably don't want to lead. So I was listening to my thoughts and I had realized that I was putting myself in positions where I was almost not wanting to take the risk or the opportunity because I was too nervous to fail. And that's a really dangerous mindset to be playing around with. And I acknowledged it and I wrote it down and I spoke to someone about it, a friend and family member. And I was like, you know what, let me acknowledge this and let me now walk forward without fear, but with faith and with confidence that I'm able to achieve these things. And if I don't, then I'll deal with it. But self-sabotaging is a very, very dangerous game that you can play in life. And you can do it in relationships, you can do it in work, in school, in content, in your hobbies, whatever it is. The mindset of not wanting to fail, so I'm not even going to try to do it, is a losing mindset.
You said you had the diner idea for a year before you executed it. Did you almost talk yourself out of it ever?
Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't even on social media at the beginning of 2025. You don't want to put yourself out there because the thought of like, what if someone thinks this is silly? And what if they say something negative about it? But those thoughts, they don't get you anywhere. They don't do a dang thing. So I just throw them out and I put stuff out there. And if people like it, great. If they don't, great.
You've brought up risk. And I want to touch on it quickly because I think that there's something maybe unique to athletes or maybe entrepreneurs who step outside their comfort zone. In their mind, they somehow rationalize that the risk would be bigger if you didn't take a chance on yourself. When I look back on my life, am I going to be like, gosh, I wish I didn't take that risk? Or you can be like, I might have failed, but at least I took a chance on myself. At least I took the risk. At least I lived instead of like sticking in your comfort.
Absolutely. Fail forward has been my motto these last couple months. I think it's very easy for you to not want to take a risk and you'd rather regret doing something than regret not doing something. Yeah. And the real risk isn't doing something. The real risk is doing nothing. I had a few great mentors growing up, and one of which, his name was Chad Obsud. He was a wrestling mentor, and he told me this thing one time when I was about 13 years old. It literally changed my life. It's so simple. He said, you can choose to be mediocre or you can choose to be great, but it's ultimately up to you. I almost felt like I had way more responsibility. I was like, oh man, this life's mine. I can choose to be mediocre or I can choose to do things great. But nobody's going to make that decision except for me. I was 13. Now I'm like, trying to eat lunch or something. And it was such a pivotal moment for me because I had realized that I had total control over my life. And ultimately, whether I was successful or unsuccessful in whatever I did, that was going to be the result of my actions. And that's liberating in a lot of ways.
I had a tennis coach. I was I tried so hard at tennis, Pat, and I was so bad. But I like believed that you just never give up, even if you're bad at something. And like, you can't quit. And if you quit, you have to quit on a high note, right? Like, those were just like my thoughts.
Love it.
So one day, my coach, I don't know if he pitied me or what, but he put his arm around me and he looked at me and he was like, Christine, unless a miracle happens, you're always going to play exhibition.
Wow.
Yeah. You can quit. Like, you can try something else. Like, and so I quit. And it was hard, right? But I'm like, Coach John's like gave me permission to quit. Anyway, that summer, I tried the Learn to Row program at Saratoga Rowing Association. I enjoyed it so much. And when they saw me come down the stairs and I was like 5'10" at, I don't know, 15 years old, they were like, will you come back next week for free? And the following week, they just like kind of kept me. And then I just was I was so good naturally, and I never, ever would have known. Anyway, I ended up getting a full scholarship to go to college to row because Coach Johns told me that unless a miracle happens, you're always going to play exhibition.
Wow.
And in 2007, I became an NCAA champion in a D1 sport, right?
Good for you. I didn't know this.
I just think that when you say fail forward and when you say take a risk on yourself, sometimes if you get bad news, it isn't bad news. It's an opportunity for you to open another door and go through it because you just don't know what's next.
The cliche of one door closing and 100 open is 100% true.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't always see it. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time.
Yeah.
But I do think, sometimes things fail. Like, I've had a bunch of business ideas with this diner thing fail. And every time it's failed, I'm immediately thinking like, okay, what does this mean? What just opened? There's an abundance of opportunity. There's not a scarcity of opportunity. There's an abundance of it.
It might happen after school, in the car ride home, when your kid tells you about something they did that day, and you realize just how proud you are of them. And sometimes you wish the whole world could see it too. All across the capital region of New York State, kids are doing pretty amazing things. They're donating to charities, volunteering with local nonprofits, winning national competitions, creating art that ends up in museums and even on billboards. Others are competing in statewide chess tournaments, leading community projects, or finding small ways to make a big difference. But a lot of those stories don't always get the recognition they deserve, and we want to change that. If you know a student who's doing something good, here's how to nominate them to be featured on our show. Send us an email at thegoodstuff@brightsighted.com or post on social media and tag us at Brightsighted Media, because every kid doing good deserves to be seen. What do we got here?
Yeah.
Where did this come from?
This is Big Black Coffee. I found out where all of my favorite diners are sourcing their coffee. It's a local roaster that I went to, and I tried 6-7 different types of coffee based on what the diners typically order. And I found my favorite, personal favorite, and then I basically created my own coffee, Big Black Coffee. And on here it says your favorite diner's favorite coffee. And that's kind of the thought of it, is I wanted it to be associated with diner enthusiasts. Is, hey, maybe you're not going to a diner, but you want some coffee. This is locally roasted, locally sourced, quality stuff, and it's what I'm running with.
Can we give it a try?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I need a Big Black Coffee right now.
Do you?
I do. How do you drink your coffee?
I drink it with milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you don't do milk? You just do
No.
coffee
Yeah,
black?
we drink it black. Yeah.
What do you think are the top 3 diners for people to go to with their family?
Ooh.
So think like a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old.
In the capital region?
Yeah, in the capital region.
I'd go Compadres in Saratoga, Wilton.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go Country Corner Cafe, and I would also go Snyder's in Clifton Park.
Okay. I haven't been to Snyder's.
Snyder's is a very cool, family-friendly restaurant, good tables, good service. a lot of options.
Why Snyder's?
It's got everything you need from a diner, and yeah. What do you think?
This smells so good.
Let me get a smell. I don't get sick of it.
It smells so good.
Yeah, it's good.
It smells like the morning. So here's the deal. I used to be a barista.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go fill this up.
Cool. Man, it smells good. All right, what do we got here? It's
It's
hot
just water. Yeah,
Okay,
hot
cool.
water.
I love that you have a French press, too, for the record. I French press my coffee. I put a poll on my Instagram story today. I'm a French press guy. Can we stir it?
Oh, what?
Can we stir this a little bit?
No, you don't stir it.
Oh, you don't?
You stir yours?
No.
Okay.
No, definitely not. Definitely
I
not.
was a barista.
I
I
do
used to
stir it.
work at Prime Saratoga.
Wait, you really don't stir it?
No.
Okay, that's news to me. I'm learning things.
So what you do is you put your coffee in, and if you put it in just to the bottom, it's probably the right amount, right? It's like about a cup or half a cup, whatever. I can't remember. But if you put it in right there, that's how much you need. If you want a little bit more, it'll be a little stronger. Always air stronger than weaker, right?
Okay, yeah.
Then you're supposed to put this down until it gives a little give.
Okay.
Just like that. Then it stays like this for a minute so it can brew.
Okay.
So it can seep. You don't push it down immediately.
No.
And I'm sure it's okay to stir it. I've just never stirred it. I did write down some questions for you. I want to
cool.
I want to know other things about your life. Creamy or crunchy?
Crunchy.
What is your favorite hot sauce?
Dustin Poirier is
Okay.
he's a UFC fighter. He has his own hot sauce called the Knockout Sauce. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable.
What's your favorite jelly for PB&J?
Oh, I'd probably go strawberry.
I'm raspberry.
Okay, I would do raspberry. Honestly, I'm not a jelly snob.
How do you feel about those little like jelly packets?
No, can't be doing that. I try to get my jelly like where it's like organic. I drink creamer straight. I drink my coffee black, but if I do any cream, I do it on the side. I just a shot. Yeah,
Why?
it's good.
Why do you do that?
It's good, and honestly, it's funny, but it's good.
Yeah.
Have you tried it?
No, I can't.
I should have brought a
can't.
couple for you. It's like a 50-50 shot when
Yeah.
you take a shot of cream of whether it's good or not.
Is
but
it gonna
that's part
curdle?
that's part of the fun of it. What am I gonna get? What's gonna happen?
Do you want to hold it and I'll push down?
All right, cool.
Oh,
Teamwork.
careful. Yeah. Or here, I'll hold it. You push down because
Okay, boom.
that just seems
Slow,
safer.
just
Yeah.
a slow.
Just a slow.
Oh wow, wow, that looks great.
It's yours.
Wow, you did a good job.
Did
Okay,
I?
I'm actually gonna start doing what you just did.
Really?
Yeah,
The
this-
biggest difference, it just seems like, is the stirring.
This is good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
Let's go. That might have to be the new intro. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, Renee.
Thanks, guys. That's strong.
It is strong.
That is strong. Yeah, it's drink all day coffee. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so where do
You drank that black just now.
I mean, I do like black coffee, and
Okay.
and I did call myself a coffee snob, and I really do enjoy this coffee.
This is strong.
So- oh, is it too
I'm
strong
gonna
for
be
you?
wired after this.
I mean, there's something just about the way coffee looks when it's made out of a fresh French press.
Yeah.
It like looks like milky.
Yeah, it's a little thicker on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the grains of the coffee.
A lot of people who like coffee also seem to like wine.
I
And by
do
and
like
by
ro-
some people, I mean me.
What's your favorite wine?
I like Cab and Malbec.
We have very similar palates.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Well, maybe. I still am anti the creamer out of the
Try it out.
plastic,
Try it.
but-
Give it a shot.
But
Literally.
Cab, Malbec are some of my favorites. It's like just like a dry, hearty,
Yes.
full-bodied, like you put it in your mouth and it's like,
Yes. It's that and coffee.
yeah,
Coffee, wine, and water. Those are my three
yes.
my three fluids. Thanks for brewing a cup.
Yeah, Pat, thank you so much for joining us on
Yeah.
the show today.
Thanks for having me in too. Seriously. I appreciate it.
Thank
This is
you.
an awesome studio. I love what you guys are doing, your community involvement. I think it's awesome, and I think upstate needs more of it. So
Thank you
kudos
so
to you
much,
guys.
Pat. I appreciate you. Thank you, audience, for listening to us today. And if you would like to get in touch with Pat or consume his content, you can find him online at Pat Fleming Official on Instagram. Do you want to share your other locations?
It's Another Day, Another Diner on everything else.
And you have a website?
I do. AnotherDayAnotherDiner.com. We got Big Black Coffee. We also have some merch, and we got some other stuff coming out soon.
Something I love about your merch is like you've got all the lists of diners you've attended.
Yeah.
More than 100.
Yeah, we're at over 100 diners.
Yes.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
101 tomorrow.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again for being on the show. And if people want to get Big Black Coffee, you can find it
At the Half Moon Sunoco,
Mhm.
and then also on AnotherDayAnotherDiner.com.
And I kind of want to walk across the street because I think one of my favorite cafes might carry it for you.
Ooh,
And if they're there, I'd love to introduce you.
that'd be awesome.
Okay?
Let's do it.
Cool. Let's do it.
Awesome.
Peace.
Peace.